In this tutorial, we are going to learn how to find a solution to a pair of linear equations and how to find it graphically. Okay, so when we say graphically, that means we're talking about having a Cartesian coordinate system, a system containing x and y axis, and then being able to plot those linear equations on this graph. Okay, and then we will find what is the solution of those linear equations. Okay, all right, so let us understand this with the help of this example. My two equations are, the first one is 2x plus y is equal to 16, and the second equation is 3x plus 2y is equal to 30. All right, so given these two equations, what is that one thing you will need so that you can put these equations, the linear equations, on a graph paper, right? The first thing what you'll need is a set of an ordered pair of values so that you can create a line, right? An ordered pair of values such that they satisfy each equation respectively. Okay, so in case of equation 1, let's say if I put x is equal to 0 in this equation, then I say that y should be 16. Only then these two values will satisfy this equation, correct? And likewise, if I put y equal to 0, then I say that x has to be 8 to be able to satisfy this equation, right? Now that you have a pair of values, you have 2 points, and 2 points are enough to create a line, right? At the same time, for the second equation, I'll create that ordered pair. So if I put x equal to 0, I'll say that y has to be 15. And if I put y equal to 0, then I will say x has to be 10. Okay, now you have an ordered pair of values for x and y for your equation 2. Alright, so now let us draw those equations. In case of equation 1, my first point is x is 0 and y is 16. So x is 0 here and y is 15, 16 right here. Okay, so this is my first point, right? And the second is, let me put this a little bit here like this. So this is my first point. And the second is, of course, x is 8 and y is 0. So x will be 8, it is 10, 9, 8. It will be right here. So this is my second point. So let's draw a quick line connecting these 2 points. So it will be something like this, right? So this is my line number 1. So let's label this is line 1, or you can say equation 1, that is 2x plus y is equal to 16. Likewise, let's plot the second line too. So in case of second line, my pairs are x is 0 and y is 15, x is 0 and 10 and 15 is right here actually. Okay, and x is 10 and y is 0, x is 10 and y is 0, meaning I am precisely at this point. All right, so now let us connect these 2 points via a line. So we say that x is 10 and then it connects to this point, and there you go. Now let's label it as well. So this is my line 2 or equation 2, and that will be 3x plus 2y is equal to 30. Okay, now that you have your 2 lines plotted, then you are looking for what is that one point where both of these lines intersect. That is the solution you are looking for. And I see that both of these lines are intersecting at this specific point. Okay, now what I'm going to do at this point is that I'm going to drop 2 lines to find my coordinates of this point, the point of intersection. Okay, and the first thing I can do is I can take this point and connect it via point on x-axis, right? And likewise, I can drop a line from here, a straight line, so that it runs parallel to x-axis and it intersects with y-axis. That is how I'm going to find my point of intersection. And I see that these 2 coordinates are x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 12. So the coordinates of this intersection are 2 and 12. Okay, so this coordinate that you just obtained, this is the solution to the pair of linear equations that you have been given. Okay, so I'll write my solution x is equal to 2 and y is 12. All right, so let us take a look at one more example to understand this method a little better. All right, in my next example, the 2 equations that have been given to me are 2x plus 3y is equal to 30, and the second equation is 4x plus 6y is equal to 24. So just like in my previous example, first we are going to create a set of an ordered pair of values so that we can create 2 lines on the graph, right? So in this case, for my equation 1, x is 0 and then you will say y is 10. This pair of values will satisfy this equation. Likewise, when you have y equal to 0, then x has to be 15. Okay, so these are my 2 points that will help me create a line. And likewise, for my equation number 2, I will have these ordered pairs. When x is 0, then I say y is equal to 4. And when y is 0, I will say x is equal to 6. Okay, so let's plot these points. For my equation 2, we have x is 0 and y is 4. X is 0 and y is 4 right here. Okay, the second point is x is 6 and y is 0. X is, so 10 is here, 9, 8, 7, 6. So this will be my second point. Okay, let's draw a quick line so that we can complete this equation. So let us put a label to this line as well. So this is my equation 2. All right. Likewise, we will plot these 2 points and then we say that x is 0 and y is 10. X is 0 here, y is 10 here. So this is my point 1. And x is 15 and y is 0. X is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So this is my point 15. So let us connect these 2 points to create a straight line. And then it will be something like this. Okay, so let me write that this is my equation 1. Now, in contrast to our previous example, you see that there are 2 lines that we have drawn here, but these 2 lines don't seem to be intersecting. They are in fact parallel to each other, right? And that is the situation I wanted to show you, that sometimes when you draw these lines graphically, you will definitely come across some situations in which those 2 lines that you have drawn of 2 equations, they will be parallel to each other. So in these kind of situations, you will say that for your respective, the pair of equations that you have been given, equation 1 and 2, there does not exist a unique solution. So no unique solution. Okay. But the bottom line using these 2 examples was to demonstrate to you that to be able to find a unique solution to a pair of linear equations, we will say that first draw those equations on a graph using the ordered pair of values, just like what we define here. And then try to find a solution. If there is an intersection point, then there exists a unique solution. If there is no intersection point, then there is no unique solution. Okay, so this is how you will solve a system of linear equations using the graphical method.